All right, so we're being asked to solve this system, and yes, some of you caught my mistake. I meant to say solve algebraically. I didn't, so what could you do? You could have used your calculator, yeah. I'll have to fix that for next period. What do I do first if I am trying to solve this algebraically?
You gotta get everything to one side.
Yes, you need to have y all by itself. So how do I get that y all by itself? Now, am I going to add 5 plus 2 here?
No.
Why not? Yeah, they're unlike terms, right? So I have 2x plus 5. Now both of my equations have y all by themselves. What do I do? Yes, you set each equation equal to the other. Right? We're trying to find where they intersect, where they are equal to each other. So, now what do I have to do? Yes, get everything over to one side. Now, why am I going to the left?
You want your x squared to be positive.
Yeah, it's easier when your leading term is positive. So, now I have everything over on one side. What do I do? And what do I look for first always? GCF. One of the most missed things on the quiz was people forgot to pull out a GCF on number 2. Always look for a GCF to pull out. It makes your life easier. Is there one here?
Yes. No.
No, there's not, because that 5 in the middle is not even, right?
No.
If it was even, I could pull out a 2, but it's not, so I can't. So yes, I go right into my factoring. What do I put up top?
-24.
Wonderful. A times C. And what goes in the bottom?
-5.
Yes. Now, what do I ask myself about those two side numbers? Yes. What multiplies to be -24 but adds to be -5?
Oh, -8 and 3.
Yes. Now, if you couldn't have thought of these in your head, what calculator trick could you have used?
Pound second.
Oh my god.
What do you put in Y1?
-24.
The first.
-24.
Divided by x.
Yes, divided by x. And then?
-5. Oh.
X squared.
X.
-5.
Nope. Plus Y1. And then in your table, what are you looking for? In the last column. What do you look for?
The 2 greatest whole numbers.
In the last column, you look for? What's the only number we haven't used yet? B. You look for your B, -5. And it would have given you -8 and 3. Okay, so now I'm writing my factors. So as I was saying, we have x minus 8 and x plus 3. Now, are these my true factors? No. You have a what? A 2 out in front. You have to look at the a value. If there is an a value, it means you do what? Divide. We're going to divide both of these by 2. Now, what do you do if it can be divided? Well, that's if you can't divide it, like the second one, right? We kick it. But what if it can divide? What do? You just divide it. So -8 divided by 2 is? So now I'm looking for the solutions to this system. What do I do with these two factors to find the solution? Set each one equal to 0. Then get x by itself. So our first solution, x equals 4. Subtract 3 over, and then divide by 2. So x is -3/2. Am I done?
No.
What do I need to also find?
Why?
Your y values, right? When I'm solving a system, the solutions are actual coordinate points. So you need both an x and a y value. Now, which one am I going to plug into? The quadratic or the linear? Yes. Now on the linear, do you think it matters whether you plug into the original or the slope-intercept form? It doesn't matter, and you probably want to choose the easier one. So I'm going to plug into the slope-intercept. I have y equals 2. Now what was our first x? Down there that we got? 4. So that's what I'm going to plug in. 2 times 4 is how much? What does this equal? Plus 5? Good. And then I plug in the second x value, which was -3/2. And what does this become? -3 plus 5. 2. So I finished this up by writing these both in coordinate points. What is my first coordinate point? 4, 13. And what's my second coordinate point? Good. Any questions here?
It's the warm-up, right?
Yeah. Any questions on this one? All right.